You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. And coming off of Monday's B&B episode, I feel like it's important that we talk about whether Hope Logan is really turning into Brooke Logan 2.0, or is the whole notion ludicrous? I thought it was very interesting that during that talk with Taylor Hayes on Monday, Hope kind of sassed Thomas Forrester's mom and said some things that made sense and other things that almost seemed designed to stir the pot. We'll dig into why we just don't think that Hope Logan could turn into her mother even if she tried. However, that doesn't mean that Hope is not going to be her own brand of trouble for Thomas. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. And now let's dig into this, because I found a lot of the back and forth with Taylor and Hope pretty amusing. And one of the things that kind of made me chuckle was Hope coming in to gripe to Brooke and Ridge about Taylor interrupting her and Thomas, as if office sex takes priority over other activities, as if to say Taylor had no right to walk in on us while we were getting ready to bang in my design office. So that was pretty funny. Ridge's jaw kind of dropped at her casual mention of office tomfoolery. It was funny, but it wasn't the main thing that made me laugh out loud on Monday. Brooke said she won't let Taylor blame Hope for anything, and certainly not for this affair that Hope and Thomas are engaged in. Excuse me, Miss Brooke Logan, can you not read the writing on the wall as well as we can read the writing on her jacket that she's been wearing for more than a week and I'm very tired of, by the way? Of course it is all Hope's fault. She flung herself crotch first at a man she knows loves her, who struggled to get over his obsession with her and was so insane with feelings for her that he made sweet love to a life-size Barbie doll version of her. Okay, just... Aside from that laughable moment, which Hope did not even bother to acknowledge, what I was very interested in was Hope's chat with Taylor. I really enjoyed the part where Hope told Taylor that she thought, of all people, Taylor would understand that Hope didn't want a man with a divided heart like Liam did to her and like what Taylor dealt with concerning Ridge and Brooke. That definitely should have resonated with Taylor, I think. Then Hope said to Taylor, if you want to think that I'm turning into my mom, maybe I am. That quip to me seemed designed just to shut down the conversation, and then Hope walked away. But let's look at the circumstances and whether or not this could happen. Could Hope really be Brooke 2.0? So the first reason I say no is that Hope, in the entirety of her bedroom experience, she has been with 3 men, with Liam, with Wyatt, and with Thomas. Physically, she's been with all 3 of them, and she's been married to all 3 of them at one point. Meanwhile, her mother, Brooke, could host a sizable reunion for Brooke's bedroom and all the men that have been in it, but she couldn't host it in her bedroom because there's not enough room. Brooke has had 7 husbands across 15 marriages. That's 15, 1-5, people. In case you'd forgotten, number 1, Eric, she married him twice. Number 2, Ridge. 8 times she's married him, and they're engaged now. Number 3, Grant. Number 4, Thorne. Number 5, Whipple. Number 6, Nick Marone. And number 7, Dollar Bill Spencer, the Stallion. So if Hope wants to be Brooke Jr., she needs to buy herself some trashy lingerie and start spreading herself around a lot more. Because on top of the 7 men that Brooke married, there were another 8 or so lovers. She could put a turnstile on her bedroom door and make it a toll road. Just saying. So that's why it's a no, that Hope in that regard is not going to be her mother. The second reason it's a hard no, Brooke dated both a father and a son. I do not see Hope Logan taking up with either Ridge or with Bill Spencer, since she's dated both of their sons. Those would be the only two options for her to go down that same route that Brooke went down. Daddy issues would lead her to Ridge and Bill if she really was like her mother, but she's not. In case you're brand new to B&B, I know there are some newer watchers because I see comments. Here's a quick update. Brooke dated and married both Eric Forrester and his son Ridge Forrester, father and son. She's had kids by them both, and she cheated with Ridge when she was married to Eric at one point. Hope Logan cannot hold a card to this. All right, the third reason it's a hard no. Hope would never, ever, never, one more time, never, ever bang her daughter Beth's husband or boyfriend. Brooke has done this 2 times to both of her daughters. Once with Oliver at Hope's masked high school party, and to cut her a slight bit of a break on that one, she claims she didn't know it was a teenager and she thought it was Ridge. But you're not supposed to walk around at masked parties and bang people still in masks. You're supposed to chat, right? And then she did it again, and very much on purpose and very much not by accident, with Deacon when he was married to her daughter Bridget Forrester. And that's how Brooke got pregnant with Hope. I do not see Hope ever, ever, ever doing it with Beth. She's not missing whatever chip is inside you that lets you sleep with your son-in-law. Not happening. So another reason that it's a no on Hope being Brooke 2.0 is Hope doesn't want to be in a love triangle with a man with a divided heart. But Brooke wants that not only for herself, but also for her daughter, Hope. Meanwhile, Hope would never want that for her daughter, Beth, either. Brooke thinks it's her destiny to be with a man who always has another woman on his mind. Taylor could have a second apartment living rent-free in Ridge's head, and by, relation to that, also in Brooke's head. Hope has been haunted by Liam's torn heart for years, and that is definitely part of why her marriage fell apart. And she doesn't even know about the 2 secret kisses and Liam's 3rd try for a kiss in the past few months. You should want better for your kids than what you had. But Brooke, on the other hand, seems to want Hope stuck with a waffler just like she is with Ridge. I totally get Brooke not wanting Hope to be with Tom. I get that. That's fine. She doesn't want her daughter with Thomas. But why? Why would she want her daughter to be with a man who loves another woman? Why? So in the end, for all these reasons, do I think that Hope could turn into her mother Brooke no matter what she said to annoy Taylor? No, I just don't see it. I also do see her not realizing that she could devastate Thomas and Douglas with this affair she is having with her lead designer. Even though Hope keeps telling Thomas she doesn't love him and may never love him, she knows she's talking to a person who's crazy about her, and at one point was literally crazy about her. That's not the guy she should be using to sow her wild oats, because Hope breaking Thomas's heart could send him down a dark path after he fought so hard to drag himself back into the light. He's a great designer. He's a good father to Douglas now. He's a good son to Taylor and Ridge. He's a good brother to Steffi. And Hope Logan seems to be casually risking it all because he's got a magic penis that she can't stay off of. In that regard, maybe she really is turning into her mother. What do you guys think? Drop your comments below. Click a like if you enjoyed this conversation, and definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for listening to me. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.